So here we are. It is that day. The big reveal. The why. We all do things for a reason. Even if we can't pinpoint those things, even if we don't realize that there's a why, there is a why. Why do you do that? Why do you react that way? Why do things happen? Some of that we can't control. Some we can. Some things come about because we reap what we sow. Karma, as the world calls it. And some things just happen. But sometimes we find ourselves in places that are sticky. We find ourselves in places that are hard. We find ourselves in places where we're thinking in ways that is nothing like our own way of thinking. It's like, what am I doing here? How did I get here? And what in the world do I do from this point? So if we rewind a year, rewind, that's a phrase we used to commonly use for those of us who are old enough. Cassette tapes, VHS, hit the rewind button, we go backward. So if we were to go backward 365 days, and actually one more, Christmas Eve last year, 2021. I had just moved into a new place. I was painting the bathroom, I think, is when this occurred. Painting the bathroom, painting the bedroom. I had been painting the whole house. It was like it needed it. And I'm just painting away, doing my own thing. Everything's okay. And I started getting text. I have the painted up phone to prove it. I have since got a new one, but we have to be very careful what we allow into our lives, who we allow into our inner circle. Decisions that we make ultimately always have results. They will alter our reactions if we're not careful. We react in certain ways because of what we've been through, because of our own experiences. But I was okay, but we feed off of each other's moods. We feed off of each other's emotions. I don't know how it actually happened, but I had come to a place, primarily because of this relationship and this person texting me and the demonic attached to that. I'm just going to be straight up honest. There's good and there's evil. And I came to a place of hopelessness. I came to a place of brokenness. I came to a place of all-out hurt, despair, depression. To the point that I told God, God, if I feel like this a year from now, this night, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done. I'm not going on. I'm just not. So then, like I said, we are constantly in a battle of good versus evil. Of course, the demonic's going to step in. Evil's going to step in. Satan's going to go, how can I get in the middle of this? Because this is a woman of God. This is somebody who loves God. This is somebody who has a calling, who has a ministry, who is solid. But depression snuck in, and it alters everything about you. It alters your thought processes. It alters your activity pattern. It alters things. Despair. So then the devil gets all up in your Kool-Aid, gets up in your thoughts going, why wait a year? If you feel this bad now, why suffer through another year of it? Why go on? So I'm like texting going, hey, because this is a gun lover I'm talking to. I said, you got something bigger than my 380. Here's what I want. I want something easy to operate and big. Strong enough to do the job and no mistakes. Yeah, I do. Oh, thanks. You're a big help. That was the answer I got was, yeah, you can borrow it. And then it goes straight into, well, how's that going to look for me when they find out it was my gun? Thank you for your concern. The selfishness now I see in that relationship, I wish I could have seen 2 years ago. But it is what it is. We have things that happen regardless what these influences are in our lives. And we go forward. We learn. I've learned from the good and I've learned from the bad. But I've also learned that God carried me. That night, obviously it didn't happen. I did not take my life. But I think at that point, some of you can relate to me. But see, here's the deal. I still had a lot of trouble, still had a lot of issues, still had a lot I was facing, still had a lot of interaction with this person. And it still caused a lot of hurt and it still caused a lot of problems. And it's not just this person's fault, but the situations and the things. And this person knew what I had told God. Nobody else knew. But 4 months back, this person and I were out in their front yard having a conversation, much of which was hurtful. And I looked at him and I said, I only got to make it 4 months anyway, right? He knew exactly what I meant. And he did nothing. So I started planning. I was like, this is legit. When you've told God something, I'm going to do this, that's kind of serious. God doesn't take lightly these things. Oh, God, if you'll do this, I'll do that. You better mean what you say when you're talking to God. So I thought, well, it is what it is. Here we are. And at that point, I pretty much still felt the same. I hadn't been, but then I did. And your emotions are a big, giant roller coaster. They can go up, they can go down, they can go up, they can go down. But let me tell you how God worked in this. I had lost all hope. I was hurting. I was maintaining life. No one knew anything and hadn't known anything because we're really good fakers. We can put on that smile. We can do our job. We can go through life. We can do whatever. And everybody thinks we are A-okay because we're really good like that. Or are we really bad like that? Is it good to go on like that? We do what we got to do. And they say fake it till you make it. And I think that's one of the stupidest things that has ever been said. Get help is what needs to be said. Reach out is what needs to be said. I had also lost my best friend all through this because of this same situation, because of this other thing. I mean, get up in the morning, talk to her till all through the day, talk to her till late at night. Best friend. She knew everything about me, everything about everything. Best friend. I'd been pretty much stripped down to nothing at that point, I thought. But God. That is when God said, hey, I need you to go on YouTube. Yes. Somehow I hear what God says. Is it a big giant, I need you to go, big audible voice? No. Does he appear before me? No. But do I know what he's asking? Yes. And I was like, what? Not a YouTuber. I watch stuff. Don't know how to do a channel. So, I mean, I had my name. I was signed up, like as a watcher. Oh, if y'all knew me, I'm not that technical. So I was like, okay, whatever you say. Because I want to be obedient to God. And really, what did I have to lose? Like 4 months. So I get on there and I start just doing all I know to do. Hey, hope you're having a great day. I'm that cheery person that you don't know, but I'm going to encourage you. And I got attacked. Why are you doing this? Who are you talking to? Just getting out here random messages. I got some uglies posted right back at me. You're going to shut down the internet with all these nonsense messages. Nobody wants to hear this. You're wasting electricity. All kinds of stuff. I got attacked. I was like, there's not much kindness in the world, is there? They don't even know how to handle this. But it subsided. And then I started getting some positive reactions. And then I got some folks that I feel like actually are like friends. Some folks that encouraged me back. What a blessing. And then there was the one night that the woman said, I already had all the letters written out. I had my goodbye letters written. And then your video popped up. You literally just saved my life. Thank you, God. For her, this whole thing was worth it. That was like a month in. I still had 3 months left. So it went on. I did the norm, whatever I was doing, wherever, whatever. The one thing God said was be real. You don't have to have your makeup done. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to take 27 shots to get the right video. Nope, it had to be real. Because we're real people. I'm real on this end and y'all are real on that end. We're real people. We're just struggling. We're doing the best we can just to get by, just to make it. Be real. Sometimes being real admits failures. I'd made some poor choices. So, led me to a bad place. Nobody's the wiser, you know? So I went on YouTube and not Facebook, not somewhere where everybody knows me, not all these other platforms, but YouTube. That's where God said. Now, was I able to forward this to all my friends? No. This is just whoever found it, whoever happened on it. Do I think it's happenstance? No. God knows what we need when we need it and who needs to see what. Was God in the midst of this? Absolutely. Because in doing it, about 6 weeks in, there's this other minister, this preacher, looked at me and said, I don't know what's happened to you, girl, but something in the past 6 weeks has changed. And tears just started streaming down my face. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's when I started that channel 6 weeks ago. What it did was just by being obedient to God, with this one little idea that I didn't have any idea what to do with, it gave me my hope back. It saved my life. And then it saved others. That one woman was not the only one. Just last week, I got another one that was the same thing. Basically the same words. How priceless. If God can use me just kind of being a dork, making a channel saying, hey, hope your day is good. Just being me. Just being real. What can he do with you? Kindness. That's all it takes is kindness to give people hope. A smile, a hug, open a door for somebody, say something nice. Go old school, send a letter. I got Christmas cards this year for. People sat down, took the time to find out my address and mail me a card. How cool is that? When we can so easily text and go, Merry Christmas, which is great. Minnie did that too. First thing this morning, my son texted me, Merry Christmas, I love you. If I'd followed through with my plan, nobody would have answered that. Somebody would have had to find me. How selfish. How selfish is that? You got to stop and think outside the box. You got to stop and think of the hole you're really going to leave if you do something like that. There are so many people that consider it, especially this time of year. I pray to God those people find this video. I pray to God that those people find one of these videos of encouragement or somebody's. Some reason to hang on, because there's every reason in the world to hang on. And if I could be a light to somebody's darkness, that's all I want. It's worth it. It's worth it to me to hang on if I can help somebody else. It's worth it. And that's why I keep telling you, you matter. That's why I keep telling you, you're worth it. That's why I keep telling you, don't give up. That's why I keep telling you, keep going. You're amazing. Because see, I know this God that created me to be amazing. And he created you too. He created us all unique. You offer something to this world and to the people around you that no one else can offer. You're different. You're unique. You're beautiful. Don't give up. And it doesn't have to be something big and fabulous that you offer. Just a little list of things makes a difference. Don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to go on. Keep going. The only option we don't have is to give up. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare give up. If I got to do this, you got to do this. We're in it together now. So let's just keep going. Let's explore what this life really has to offer. And let's start living it to the fullest. There is joy to be had. And there is a difference to be made in people's lives. We got to think outside ourselves completely. And if we will just listen to God, whether you know him or not, if you don't, get to know him. Get to know him. Jesus is truly the only way. He is the way, the truth, the life. He is the way. He's the hope. He's how I made it. He's given me all kinds of ideas now of just newness and life and what to do to go forward and how to help others. Maybe that's why I'm on this planet. It's worth it. It's worth it. That one lady at the first was worth it. That one lady this last time was worth it. Y'all that respond, you're worth it. Y'all that see this and never respond, but see it, and maybe it changes something in you. You're worth it. You're worth it. Reach out to people who are struggling. Please let people know that they matter. Please know that you matter. Please don't give up. Please don't give up. I know it gets hard. I know the holidays are hard. I know that when we fall into these pits, the darkness, the despair, I know it's hard. Believe me, I know. I had it all lined out. I know. Please, if you hear nothing else I say, hear this. You are worth it. And there's an amazing plan for your life. You just got to tap into it. Keep going.